topic Historical Development in ELP. Okay, the topics that we will be learning tonight is: first, why are there changes within language education? Second, grammar translation method. Third, audio-lingual method. Fourth, designer method of the spirit, the 1970s. Which is community language learning, such as Sopedia, silent methods or silent way, the natural approach. Why are there changes within language education? Language education, then versus now. Before, the language education known as old school learning, it was influenced by the grammar translation, which would involve learning new word, grammatical structure, translating it into your native tongue and memorizing it. It was also based on strict syllabus, which educators considered to be important whether it was relevant to students' need or not. The strict syllabus are used to when we keep on reading, repeating, and memorizing. When we can do this, when some students can do this, it let many people to think they were bad at language. Okay, now we have cognitive approach. This was developed in the last decade of 20th century. The development of cognitive approach in the last decade of 20th century marked a major change in how language was taught. The cognitive competence, in other words, being able to successfully communicate replaced accuracy as the main goal of language teaching. It is based on how we learn our first language. This gives more relaxed classroom environment and exercises target to students' needs. However, this took a long time for this new approach to filter through practicing teachers, most of whom had been trained in the old training and were unwilling or unable to adapt. The benefits of cognitive approach is this cognitive approach facilitates immediate spoken practice in the classroom, which improves confidence and memorization.
Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. Okay, so I'm gonna present about grammar translation method, which is my name is Siti Rahma binti Muhammad Suhairi, and I'm gonna explain this. Okay, I know you have heard this word before from previous group. So I'm gonna explain a little bit more about grammar translation method. So the definitions of grammar translation method is a method that only focuses on translation and grammar study in second language learning, which is mean as example, you are learning English language as second language. Then you just learn about grammar and translation. You'll not study about speaking or pronunciation and that. You just focus on reading and writing skill. So, grammatical submission method is also known as classical method because this method was used in around 18th and 19th century. It's also known as traditional method, and it used to teach dead languages and literatures. You know what is dead languages? No. Okay. Dead languages is Greek and Latin. Greek and Latin. Just a few races that use that language. So I want to share two sentences which is from Greek and Latin. Okay, the first sentence and these two sentences just have the same meaning. And kind advice is really useful for boys because it's really useful for boys because once you say it, the girls will mad. Yeah. Okay, Latin. Vos animamia. Vos animamia. I repeat. Vos animamia.
How do you spell that?
Okay. Should I share the meaning? Okay, next one. Read. Essayismo. The meaning is, you are my life.
I don't know. I don't know how to spell that thing.
Spelling already, right? We're gonna move to the next one. Okay, 3A. Okay, first of all, its aim is able to read its literature, which means if you study Latin or Greek, you need to able to read the literatures and just classic literatures like poem or something like that. Okay, then you need to able to translate the languages. But sometimes, at least usually, the teacher will give you vocabulary list and grammar list that you need to memorize. So I can see here, you translate it in directly. Yes. Okay. I give you an example. You are learning English, but your native language is Malay. Then when you need to translate the Malay one to English, you will translate it directly. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna choose one of you to translate my word to English one. Okay, my Malay word is my Malay sentence is badan saya rasa tak sedap badan. Okay, so I need one of you to translate it to English. One of you. Saya rasa tak sedap badan. Is better as the actual one. Okay. my body feels not delicious. Yeah. The third one is to develop reading and writing skills. Okay, when you're learning grammar and vocabulary, then you can you need to apply it in your exercise and in your homework or something like that. So because there are no pronunciation or speaking skills, so they just focus to reading and writing skills. Okay, that's all. Next one. The principles. This is quite long and it'll be boring. Okay. So the goal is to learn to read the literature. As I said just now, it just focus on reading and writing skills. That is the main goal. Then vocabulary and grammar are emphasized. Here, your teacher will give you the list and you need to memorize them. Just like I give you example, my body is not doesn't feel delicious. It's something like that. It's just a list that you need to memorize. The direct translate. Accuracy sentence is the basic you need. In order to improve our reading and writing skill, we need a sentence, because from sentence we're gonna read and we're gonna write. That's why sentence is the basic you need. So next one is accuracy is emphasized. Accuracy here means whenever your teacher asks you to answer his or her questions and you can't answer it, she or he will pass it to others. It means that you need to answer it accurately, at the same time. Grammar is taught deductively. Here, I've told you that the teacher give them a list of grammar, a list of vocabulary, and here they will apply in exercises. So they use them, they memorize, and they apply in exercise. That's meant with deductively. You memorize and then you apply. Okay. The medium. The medium of in learning the second language is the student's native language. For us, we learn in the second language, which is English, in English. But for them, they learn it in their native language. Okay, the last one, vocabulary selection, which is reading text. They just reading text, using procedures to improve their skills. That's all. Okay, the next interesting part is characteristics. But there are a few of them that are similar to principles. So is it okay if I'm not explain it? One by one. I just skip some points. Is it okay? Yeah. Okay. I know you won't hear it. Anyway, okay. Talk imam datang. It's just what I said. With using your native language. Okay. Second, much vocabulary. It gives the list of isolated words that they need to memorize. The third one, more explanations about grammar, because they are focused on reading and writing. That's why they need grammar explanations. Okay, learning the rules of grammar. This is one a part of their learning, because they need to create a passage, create a text, and so on. Reading of difficult classical text. This one, you're gonna learn about about its literature. You're gonna learn about Latin literatures, Greek literatures, and you can imagine how hard it is, right? It is the Greek words alphabet, and the Greek one is really difficult. As I search the Google Translate for that word, I learned a bit about the Greek alphabet and I don't understand. Okay. I just hear the sound. So they gonna learn the classical text yearly in their learning. As I said just now, there's no pronunciation, there's no speaking, so there are little or no attention to that. Exercise, usually the exercise is translating the sentences. That's what they're gonna do because they need to read and they need to translate it. The learners and teachers' role. Okay, for teachers, they have the authority, which means they control the class and the teacher will do anything she planned to teach you, and that's it. Teacher center means the teacher will teach you. There's no group work or student discussion. It's all teachers' roles in their class. Okay, the learner's role is to do what the teacher say. If the teacher say to memorize them, so they're gonna memorize it, and that's all. Okay, and of course they're passive. They're not an active students. They just see and hear and writing notes, and that's all. The teaching material. The teaching material is used to improve writing and reading skills. Usually it is in written word of text and use vocabulary list. This too is important in developing their reading and writing skills. So the last one is assessment. This is the type of assessment that usually used in their class. First, translation of literary passages. When the teacher gives you passages and you need to translate it, direct translate. Okay. Then reading comprehension questions. This is where the teacher asks you reading comprehension questions and you need to answer it accurately. They also learn about acronym and synonym of second language. And fill in the blank just like some of us ever do. And the last one is deductive application of rule, which means you apply it after you memorize it. Okay, that's all.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Okay. My name is Nur Jannah binti Hamdan. I'm going to talk about audiolingual method. So I think the previous group has already talked about this. Yes, you remember? Okay. But I'm going to talk about the historical of Itesl. You guys like history, right? I think it's gonna be boring, but please pay attention because I'm gonna ask you questions. Okay, so what is ALM? ALM is a method of foreign language teaching which emphasizes the teaching of listening and speaking before reading and writing. So it uses a lot of dialogues as the main form of languages presentation. And mother tongue is discouraged in the classroom, means that mother tongue is less used in the classroom. Okay. Yeah. Okay. The history. Okay. In the first half of the 20th century, before that, the direct method. You guys remember the direct method? Okay. Okay. The direct method did not take hold in the US as it did in the Europe, because in the Europe they have a native speaker. In the Europe, they can easily find native speaking teacher of modern languages in Europe. So in the US, you cannot find it. Okay, do you guys understand? Understand? Okay, and plus, European high school and universities can easily. They don't have to travel far to find the opportunities to learn oral skills. Okay, for the practical use. Okay, so okay, at that time, US education institutions firmly convinced that a reading approach to a foreign language is more important than oral approach. Okay, so and in Coleman report in 1939, also said that it was impractical to teach oral skills and that reading should become the focus. Okay, but after World War II, the need of Americans to orally proficient in the language teaching evolution. So they feel the need of oral skills. So the US military intensive language courses that focus on oral skills. It forms the courses is ASTP, the Army Specialized Training Program, and it's known as the Army method. Okay. Celebration to the grammar translation method of teaching. Okay. To achieve correct communicative competence through innovative methods. Okay. And it is well used in the US at the time. Okay. Before World War II, there were three methods: a modified direct method approach, a reading approach, and a reading oral approach. As I said that before World War II, they prefer reading rather than orals. Okay. The problems with these three methods is they lack standardization of vocabulary and grammar, and no one could agree what was important to achieve for beginning, intermediate, and advanced learners. And they lack structure. Okay, this is what I thought. This is the courses. Okay, so the Army specializes training program. It started in 1942. Starting from this, they have native speakers, as like the direct method that used in the